The spiritual self. 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 Spiritual self. Spiritual self. The spiritual self. The spiritual self. The spiritual self. Hi there, this is Julian Davies and welcome to The Spiritual Self, the show that connects the world as we know it to the spirit world as the spirits know it. Big show ahead, so I hope you enjoy it and look forward to your calls on the spirit line. Our first caller is Margaret, who joins us. Margaret, are you there?
Oh, hi, Julian. I love your show.
Oh, that's very nice. Very sweet. Thank you, Margaret. How can I help you today?
Well, it's a question about psychic ability.
It's not about mine, is
No,
it?
not yours. Mine.
Oh, very good. Okay, Margaret, well, already I can sense a very strong spiritual bond coming from your voice.
Yes, well, sometimes I just do things and I think, oh, maybe I'm psychic.
Oh, cute. Well, Margaret, all of us have some level of psychic ability. It's just a matter of how much, really. And, you know, it's great to hear that you're in touch with that side.
I'd just like to be able to prove it so that people would believe me.
Well, I believe you, Margaret, so there's a start.
Oh, good.
But a good test for budding psychics out there, it's a very simple one. It's just when the phone rings in the old house there, before you pick it up, just have a guess who it is, you know, and then you might pick it up and say, you know, hello, Marjorie, and then Marjorie might say, how the hell did you know it was me?
Well, I have caller ID.
Yes, okay, but you wouldn't look at it in this instance.
Yes.
Okay, and another good one is, you know, to write down all those little hunches, you know, that you have about things, and then when something happens, you can refer back to your notes, and then maybe you can hand them to your friend and say, look, I already wrote that down.
That is a good one.
Okay, yeah, so try that one, Margaret. But really, it's really the voice inside your head, you know, the one that proves that you have the psychic ability.
Yes, the voice. I have that voice talking to me, Julian.
Oh, well, that's good, Margaret, because that's generally, you know, that's the first acknowledgement, you know, that something special is happening inside, you know.
Some people call it intuition.
Yes, intuition is a word that us humans use because we can't call it what it really is, you know, in psychic power.
A woman's intuition.
Well, yes, exactly, woman's intuition. We all use that, you know. That's an acceptable term, not psychic power, so we have to use things like a woman's intuition.
Well, I'd like to try my woman's intuition on you, Julian.
Oh, Margaret, no, you don't need to do that. No, I mean, really, it's.
I want to prove to those skeptics out there that don't believe me.
Oh, don't worry about those silly billy skeptics. I believe you, and that's enough.
I have an older male coming through.
Maybe it's not enough. Okay. Yeah, okay, okay. An older male, Margaret, is it?
Yes, an older male.
Okay. Well, my father passed, as you all know, short time ago. Is it him?
No, it's not him.
It's not him. Okay. Rightio. Older male. Any clues, Margaret? Anything?
His name is Stephen. He's your uncle.
Absolutely, my Uncle Stephen. It has crossed over. Well done.
He lived alone and died of stomach cancer.
He did indeed. That's true. Well done, Margaret. I've mentioned that a couple of times on the show now, but you've picked that up. Well done.
He loved to mow his lawn and trim his hedges. He did them every week without fail.
Not sure I've ever mentioned that on the show before, but that is in fact true.
He's saying that you were his favourite nephew and he always gave you a packet of chips every time he saw you.
Salt and vinegar. Margaret, that is amazing.
And he would rub his hand on top of your head.
Every time I saw him, and he'd ruffle my hair. Now, I've never mentioned that on the show, Margaret, and this is quite amazing what you're saying to me
He
now.
drove a blue Commodore station wagon.
Yes, he drove a blue Commodore station wagon.
He lived on Riverview Street.
Yes, he lived on Riverview Street.
Number 16.
And it was number 16. Oh my God, Margaret, please, you've got to ask him why he never married. Please,
And
please.
he had a dog named Bradman.
Yes, he had a dog named Bradman. We know it's him. Margaret, this is so
And
important.
Bradman had a bad hip.
Who cares that Bradman had a bad hip? You need
And
to...
Bradman loved to poo on the lovely, nice neighbour's yard.
Oh, the lovely, nice neighbour's yard, hey? Well, that nice neighbour wouldn't happen to be Margaret McGlinchey, would it?
No.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be. You're the stupid old bag who lived across the road.
No, it's not me.
Of course it's you. You know everything that happened out the front of Stephen's house. You just sit on your porch and stare.
No, No, he's telling me that he had a different duck.
Oh, Margaret, please. I didn't recognise it without your broom, you stupid old witch.
I'm not a witch.
Oh, well, who stuffed one of Bradman's poos in Stephen's letterbox then, hey?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know, please. You're not psychic, you're a psycho, right? And I've had enough of
Went
this.
into the yard one day.
Oh,
and it was
shut
a
up,
really
Margaret.
busy
More
day,
callers
and
after this song. You're listening to The Spiritual Self. 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 Spiritual self. Spiritual self. The spiritual self. The spiritual self. The spiritual self.